All right, people. Saturday morning. I'm not feeling like I'm going to do anything major today. I'm just going to airbrush on this skateboard, get this project done, and let me get into showing you this. I'm starting to do the cutouts. I got to base coat this stuff white. I'm going to get these leaves there. Up here, these hibiscus flowers. I'm going to be using some of my old stock neon paint that I've got here. And I'm going to be using a lot of this old paint that I got. Got a pretty good stockpile of it, and I'm going to start building up the colors on the board, working my way up. And I'm going to get into doing this process and show little video clips of each section. And that's it for now. And here we are putting on some chartreuse. Got to build it up, don't want to get it too wet. I'll do this a couple times, show the end result. Here it is. First color down, nice and bright. Gets me very excited. And I'm going to do the neon green next on the leaves. And I got quite a bit to cut out. I'm going to cut out these small little pieces around these flowers, the top of the pineapple, the palm leaves there, up there, and that'll be the neon green. And after that, I'll start filling in the flowers that are going to be neon. I got a little bit of orange to do in these little round circles. But we're starting to go. All right, got the green on. We're going to do these 4 flowers next. So I'll get that cut out. All right, got the orange in the center of the flowers. I'm going to do the rest of them here, get them cut out. And keep moving. Now we're going to get the hibiscus done. Doing those suckers nice. We'll say bright neon pink. Alright, putting the neon pink on. I already got just like the loose base down. And I'm going to come in and start richening the color up and try to add as much detail as I can. Up here, do these ones, same kind of deal. Just getting this color on there, so put down the foundation. Most of the time I just kind of knock on the edges of it. And have highlights, light spots, but I'm actually putting streaks and spots on these, which you'll see in the final product. Richen the color up. some neon blue to do on these flowers here, and I'll get a video on that when I start. Now we're going to start to do the blue on there, and I've already started on this petal, and I just kind of come around and blow in the edges, get it nice and dark, doing the little drop shadow right here. And I'll do this, and I'll just keep repeating that on every petal. I have to cut out each one individually, and I'll show the next petal here in a minute. It's kind of hard to film this and do the airbrushing and cutting. I don't have 3 hands, unfortunately. So I'm going to cut this off, do the next petal, and you'll see how this starts to develop. All right, there's the next one. I'll just go ahead and blow it, start blowing in the color. And I'm doing a lousy job. I'm messing this up because I'm trying to film and do 2 things at once. So anyways, kind of get the point. I'm going to fix this mess, and then I will get into showing at least the first flower completely done, and that'll be it for the minute. All right, there's the first flower done. I'm going to repeat it here, there, and there. I got 3 more to do, and I'll show it all. I'm going to pull the tape, and then I got to do a lot of back taping and cutting so that I can go up the line, do the tikis here. And actually I used this business card to create these little lines in there in each petal. It's kind of blown off the edge, and that's how I kind of did it. It's not like a secret or anything. It's just one of the techniques used. And just a quick pass. There's the flowers and the, we'll say, vegetation. Got it all neoned up. I still got to do the kind of clean up some edges and all that stuff, but we'll get that a little bit later. I'll show that process, and then also we'll be getting into pineapple, the bottom tiki, and then the little support heads there. And we're just going to move right from the bottom to the top. I may get these birds tomorrow. It's a little late. I'm tired. So I'm cutting this off. All right, I did a lousy job of actually videoing this portion too. I got to get better at it. But I tend to get into my work and do what I need to do. It's got all the border lining done on the first tiki head. And we're going to just keep moving up the line. And I've got the support heads here to do. And then this next batch, which is going to have waterfalls coming out. That's going to be fun airbrushing that in. And there it is. All right, the next step in this little process here is I cut out these. I'm going to back tape this, cover all the artwork up here, get all this portion cut out. I'll lay the white down on this and then start to fill out the graphic, and I'll show that portion here in a minute. But I'm going to cut it off. Now I got the white base down on this portion of the project here, and what I use is a big old jar here of just base white, and it's old Badger single stage. It's a pretty simple airbrush. You just push the button and you dial in the volume of paint that way by pulling or pushing the needle in before. And now I'm going to start laying down the color. I don't know what I'm going to do yet to be point blank, but I'm going to figure it out right here because I'm at that point, and I'll probably maybe do some orange, or I don't know, something to contrast with the blue. I got a lot of blue on the bottom. Now the support heads are all airbrushed. I should have filmed it, but I need to figure out how to put up a rig where I can actually keep my hands free. I got a little tripod, but it's gets difficult getting in close and seeing what's going on. But anyways, they're done. I'm going to move up to the next portion. I got a flower. Let me get this off here. I'm not very prepared today. I got this flower to do, and these two, and then right in here, I got to figure out what I'm going to do with that exactly, and just kind of keep moving up the line. It's getting there. All right, I got these heads done. You know, same process as Nothing else has been done, except for I did the stone effect, and I wasn't thinking, I didn't film it, but I used a toothbrush and I flicked the bristles in order to get the droplets on there, and I'm pretty happy with how that came out. Now I'm going to go with overreduced black and start to shadow and create some depth and character to what you see here. That's the next thing. Alright, here's the stonehead tikis. I did the shadowing, and now I'm going to come in and do the highlighting with the way over reduced white. And I'm just going to hit some peaks and create some more dimension. Alright, there they are. Airbrushed out, shadowed, highlighted. Just got to do the brush detail, and we'll go up to the next. People, there it is. Untaped. I still got to do the border line, and that's around the flower in both of these. I'm going to move my way up to the next tiki head, which is going to be this one. I'm going to do kind of like a painted wood effect on it, and then after that, got one more, the volcano in the top. Progress is coming along pretty good. Here's the last tiki head. I'm going to get it base white down. I'm not going to video that. This guy that's kind of hiding out under here, I was going to do it wood, but I ended up not doing it wood. I just didn't think it was going to look good once I seen it. So I'm going to get into this. I got my right camera. I can actually video the process as I do it, and I'm going to do green and turquoise up here, and it's going to be 3 different greens, and then we'll move into the volcano. And then I got the Hawaiian birds. They're red. They're honeysuckers. They got a Hawaiian name for it, but I ain't going to say it because I pronounce it wrong. But we'll get into this. I'm going to get this airbrushed. I have gotten this based white. I've cut out around the mouth, around the eyes. Got the mask back on it here. The first color I'm doing is going to be a turquoise color. And then I'm going to back tape around that after it's done, but I'm going to wear the head thing so that you can get a point of view as I'm airbrushing all this in. And then I'll come back and undo this, and do the next color, and then the final around there and all that. So we're just going to roll right on. Alright, finishing up the turquoise. After I do this, I just got the nose to do, and then I come back with the green, which is going to be darker, and get that happening. I'm very happy so far. This thing's coming out pretty damn good, and every time I do one of these projects, I try to up my game a little bit by getting more and more detailed. A lot of this stuff I'm learning along the way, because I'm again trying to do new stuff with different materials and stuff, and that's what the channel's about, is doing custom stuff on not just painting cars and all the stuff that you regularly see, but finding other things that are interesting. I've got a saw in the B-blast cabinet, which is going to get done, and I think that's going to be a cool little project, and that's really where we're at on it. Alright, next color is green. I'm using the House of Color SD113 out of a nice dented can, and I've already done the back masking and cutting, so we're just going to go ahead and start just doing my thing here. Hopefully this green looks good with the turquoise and the other green. I think it will. Slow it down under here, get it darker. Tighten up. Back up here. Get these edges good. Blow right by there. Come back, tighten up. There, kind of fade this in. Come around the nose. Slow up the volume a little bit coming out of the airbrush, because this is actually really wet, nice and thin, so I can get it to come out. Around the eye, underneath. Tighten it up there. Now start to do some of the other details here, and bring it up here to kind of do the brow. Here, bring that around. Right here. Top of the lip. Add a little bit more. Refine the detail a little bit. Right here. For some reason, sometimes I think these things come out a little bit too mean looking. Alright, there's that head untaped, and now I'm going to go around and do all the brush work around the flowers, get all this tidied up, add some more detail to that, add more detail to that, Just got the volcano on the top, the birds, and then we'll do the gold leaf. We're getting this little project finished. Last bit here to do is this volcano and the birds. Of course, the gold leaf, I'm getting the white base down on this. The airbrush isn't sputtering this time. It's weird, it just kind of does its own thing, but it always works. Okay, got a little bit of down. I'll let this. All right. Shoot this a little bit more. I'm gonna walk away for a few minutes, let this dry up real good, and then we're gonna get the colors on. All the brush work is done on this tiki. The volcano, I gotta do some more brush work and add some texture. Birds are done, other than doing the brush work. Gold leaf is next, and scrolling. Real happy. All right, I've done some scrolling, and there's a little bit of mess I'm gonna have to clean up. All the borderline is done up here, and I'm still gonna do a little bit more detail work, but this little segment's about doing the scrolling. And so I'm gonna do the best I can. This is a brand new brush, and to be point blank, I haven't had a lot of practice doing this, so I'm just going to go with it and hope I don't make too much of a disaster. If I do, I'll just wipe it. It's a little breezy today. Pick up and then carry on the other side here. Feather that out to the edge. Reload up some paint. Yeah, so far so good. I haven't made too much of a shipwreck out of it. Off of this, so here. Touching this up. Some circles here. Envious right in that spot. Push it back. Fingernail. Here we go. Now I'm going to come back and do another coat. That's just a little sampling of scroll work. I'm not going to say I'm the absolute best at it, but it's busy, it looks good. And there's the scroll work. Definitely could use a little more practice, but I'm happy with it. I think this skateboard's coming out good, and now we're moving on to gold leafing. Getting this cut out, get the gold leaf down, and then I gotta come back and do some more brush work and get this thing clear. I got some gold sizing down on the OCMD. I gotta do gold up sizing up here, and what I'm using is that. Taking the board around here. And I'm using this little brush here. And I just dab it down there. And you can tell where you got it because it gets shiny. And it's got to sit for a little bit and got to play with the tag. I went ahead, did the gold leaf, and then outlined it. And up here, I did some touch, added some detail on the volcano and the fireballs and the gold leaf up here. And I didn't film that for this video. I'll do it in another, how I do the gold leaf. And basically I'm fixing to get this in clear, and then I'll have some video of it in final clear. I'm not going to sit here and waste everybody's time doing the wet sand and buff and all that, but we're wrapping this thing up. Alright, here's the final product with the metal flake. Looks good. Everything came out great on this board as far as I'm concerned. Artwork's good. Overall appearance is really good. Trying to see how this is with the flake and the light. But I got a surfboard to do for K-Coast. I'll get that done here soon. I got my own surfboard to do. I had a 2-person handsaw to do as well. Leave a comment below. What do you want to see? But all in all, this came out really nice. I'm happy with it. Just an add-on. I just brought this puppy out in the sunlight, and man, you can really see the flake going off out here. And again, leave a comment below on the other projects mentioned. Let me know what you want to see.